Okay, looking at gold here, XAUUSD. It's kind of really close to this moving average now. So this daily moving average, technically it's still bullish because it is above it, but it's getting pretty close. So I drew this up a few days ago. I think this is still possibly the move. You can see the dollar average, or the dollar index I looked at earlier today. It's pushed up quite a bit recently, but I think it might be starting to sell off. So we'll see how that plays out. That'll really dictate how gold moves. But I do think we might get a bit of a balance in this area because this is a previous supply area for bulls. Might be something like this. Might be able to shrink this down a little bit, but yeah, it's right in it. So it's really close to 1900. So I like that whole number. I think price will hit this $1,900 mark and then maybe get bought up after that. But before we place any buys, a lot of things have to align. And then even then, I mean, you're looking at, gold possibly only going up to 1980 here. This kind of area, this area here is pretty significant now. So it was once support right here, and then it broke, and then it became resistance. So now, I mean, our best bet is like possibly 1980 if this gets bought up. That's probably where it's headed to. But I do think gold will go up over time. I just don't know if it's too motivated right now. You can see yesterday's close was pretty bearish, engulfing. The day before that, this would have been Friday's candle, was very small, rejecting to the upside. So there's really no bullish momentum in this market at all for gold. So price is way below this 4-hour moving average. It's way below the 1 hour. You can see textbook, lower lows, lower highs. So yeah, nothing to buy yet. And we'll see if this crosses over this moving average. Very well could. I don't know if price will break below this area. We'll really have to see what happens when it goes a few bucks more down to about 1900. I would still be interested in buying this, but price is going to have to cross over all these moving averages first, like at least this 1 hour, at least. Because to me, gold, yeah, like even on this 4 hour, like this is bearish as it gets. Just textbook bear movement, which is good to short, but don't really want to short past this zone yet. If it broke this zone, then I would consider it. As far as like your monthly range for gold, it's about $120. It's done 63 already. So what we could do is, let's say that gold is indeed bearish now. What I'm going to do is figure out where it possibly could go. So might be looking at a potential short trade for gold in a few days. Just depends on if price breaks this area. But I'm going to adjust these now because I do think that gold is possibly bearish. This is the first of the month, so we'll put this here at 1966, we'll say. And then we'll make a nice round number here. We'll say 1965. And then we know gold moves about 120 bucks a month. Maybe that's high. Let's see. Last month was 84. Month before that was 90. 134. We'll say $100 just to be a little conservative. It is summer months, so if 1965 is the high for a month, then we're looking at 1865 for the low, which would be below this area, which would kind of align with this area here. So yeah, I do see that being a possibility if gold breaks this area, and we'll know in a few days if price starts creating more wicks in this area. We'll be able to tell if it's going to break or if it's creating a higher liquidity zone higher than this area. Well, no, it might. I don't think it really could. So yeah, this is really. I honestly don't see much with gold yet. I think price has to break this area, either break this area completely, at least these bottom wicks here. So something like this. This has to break this. Has to break below. Oh, I lost that $1,900 marker here. I'll put it back in. 1900, because that is significant. So this will determine a lot. If price breaks 1900 bucks, then we're probably headed lower, and then we're probably headed to 1865, because that would be roughly the monthly range, anywhere from 1865 to like 1850, which would be a nice whole number, which would also align with these prices in here pretty well. But so for me to sell gold, I needed to break 1900 and hold. And in order to buy gold, I need it to break at least this 1 hour moving average, create higher highs and higher lows, and then then I would consider a long position, possibly back up to 1980. But that is what I would need to see for gold in order to take any trade. It's just it's too indecisive right now at this main area here. So normally you would buy at this at this area here, because it's a whole number. It's been supported many times. So again, we might get a bounce here, but like I'm no rush to buy this because there's just no buying momentum. Like if you look at even the candle, even yesterday's candle going into the zone, super bearish, and like pretty much closed relatively full. So and then all these candles going into it, there's been like no real pullbacks. So yeah, I mean, gold is, as of right now, I'd call it bearish. So I'm not looking to buy it. I would be looking to sell it if it breaks this area. It does a bit of a retest, something like this, a little bit of a rejection, and then I would target that for the monthly low. But we will have to wait and see. There's there's too many determining factors here. We also have to see how the dollar plays out especially this week and then towards the end of the month, because if the dollar starts gaining strength, then I mean it's going to push gold down quite a bit. But if the dollar starts losing strength, then gold might pop up actually to this area again. It might start trading within zones between 1900 and 1980. Might go back and forth a few more times, like it's kind of done here twice already. So it might go back up to 1980. We don't know yet, so we're just gonna have to go day by day, and I'll keep you guys posted on what I think, and just see how this reacts in this zone. And this is it's a good time now to watch gold because it's in a major area. So this $1,900 marker is huge as well. So keep that in mind, and we'll check back on gold and see if anything changes the next couple days.